What up, world? Welcome to the Renegade Report with the last of the Bowser Boys, first of the Grider Gang, and the former General in Chudy's Army, Kenny Calvin. And today's special guest, our first special guest, is retired Deputy Chief, Mr. Tyler Hartley. How you doing, sir?
Very good, thank you.
Well, it's exciting to have you. You know, one of the things we talk about Bakersfield College is the beauty of the fire department programs, but we'll get into that a little bit later. But let's talk about your history in Bakersfield Fire since you're now closing the door on that chapter.
Yeah, it's been a great 30-year career.
Wow.
I started in 1988, attended our academy out off of Olive Drive, the same place that we host our academies now.
Beautiful.
And hit the floor shortly after the academy, assigned to a downtown fire station, one of our busy stations, and it's been a fantastic ride. I really experienced a lot of really neat things and experienced a lot of very tough things and some emotional things, but
I can imagine.
a lot of fires, a lot of rescues. I've witnessed a lot in my 30-year career.
Well, I just got goosebumps because one thing I thought about is the fact that, you're retired fire, but more than anything, you're a modern-day hero, whether you want to hear it or not.
Yeah,
this is the definition of hero. You save lives. And in a time where everybody wants to call themselves a hero, to have the opportunity to sit next to one that actually did the work day in and day out for 30 years, it just gives me a special feeling to have the opportunity to talk to you and talk about this chapter in your life. So let's revisit your history. Where are you from originally? You're from Bakersfield originally?
Yes, actually from the Central Valley. I actually was born in Delano.
Wow.
And spent some time in Tehachapi growing up, but graduated from Highland High School, attended Bakersfield College, so I
Wow.
consider myself a local boy.
Well, you just hit me in the heart again. I lost my brother in October of last year. He was a Highland Scot.
Oh, okay.
And he was my younger brother. But it's been an emotional week for me. So
I'm
just
sorry
you
to
throwing
hear
that out there, it just reaffirms why we need to be here having this conversation. So let's get more into the programs that are offered at Bakersfield College. Beautiful to see the red hat on. I got
Had to represent.
Yeah, got to represent. I got teammates in Arkansas that have been begging me for their hat, and that just reminded me I got to sit them out. But let's talk about the beauty of our programs. I work as a social worker by day. I have tons of clients who are interested in fire. My son is headed to the Army next week. He's interested in fire after he gets back out. What is one of the first things that a student must do to attach to the program?
I really like to inform some of the younger men and women of our community that really to start that foundation that will prepare you to be a firefighter is to really pay attention in school and really do good on all of your courses and understand the importance of being a good person and studying and creating good study habits. So it really starts at a very young age. Fortunately for us, Bakersfield College is really a top-notch program.
Absolutely.
For anybody that wants to get into the fire service. Like I said, I attended classes there, and they have a fire science certificate. They offer the EMT certificate, and an associate's degree in fire science.
Beautiful.
And so I really push all of our local men and women to Bakersfield College. We also have a fantastic academy that we host out at the Olive Drive fire training facility that is taught by firefighters, both
Nice.
Kern County firefighters and Bakersfield firefighters, and that academy, which is a college academy, is a prerequisite to take our exam to become a firefighter. So really, Bakersfield College can offer that academic foundation and understanding of fire science and hydraulics and the importance of fire prevention and those things. And then the academy is more of a manipulative, hands-on, teaching you how to fight fire and run the jaws of life and things like that. So really from start to finish, if you're a good person, you enjoy helping the community and working with the community, get good grades in high school and younger, and then jump into the BC program, you're a very qualified candidate across the state.
Well, you just answered the questions of about 30 of my clients over the past 3 years because they've asked me, and being that I'm a former Bakersfield College player and coach, I don't have all the answers. So having an opportunity to talk to you and seeing your name on my list last week, I was like, yes, I get to ask them all these questions I've been trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Because, there's not enough time in the day, not enough hours in the day. We definitely want to get the information out, so I appreciate you doing that for us. But let's talk about your transition into retirement, or before we even do that, I know there's coworkers and people who you value who've helped you become who you are. And being that this is usually a sports show, we talk about coaches' influences. As firemen, I know you guys have those same kind of influences. So who are some of the leadership that you've had over the years that helped you become who you were as a fireman?
Absolutely.
And deputy chief.
Some of the local influences when I was a young firefighter or engineer, David Lugo, who was my captain, and Dean Clayson,
Nice.
they were big influences. Dean Clayson retired as a deputy chief, and I believe David Lugo as a battalion chief, but went on to be the fire chief at a couple different departments down south. They were big influences on me. In my younger years on the job, some of our past fire chiefs, Mike Kelly, Ron Fraze, Doug Greener, Ross Kelly, a good friend of mine who we still hang out. In fact, we both retired recently, and we spent the last several years, our offices were right next door to each other. He was a deputy chief, as was I, and we had lunch basically every day. And
Nice.
and now we're trying to continue that once in a while, and maybe a little on the golf course. But there has been a lot of great mentors on the department that truly cared about serving the community and wanted to be extremely competent and do a good job, and took a lot of pride in the things that we've accomplished over the years.
True service organization. And thinking about our wildfire season over the past few years, every time, once a week we turn on the news, there's a huge fire. And just thinking about you guys that have to go out, I have former teammates who were fire, too many to name, but just thinking about the impact that you guys have overall in saving the lives and the land, period, is just so influential. So let's talk about some of the people you're leaving behind in your place to take over in that facet as you move on. Anybody that comes to mind?
Oh, absolutely. We've got a great team right now that took over the department. The fire chief now is Anthony Galageza, a great person that has grown up in the department, and his father was a fire captain when he retired with the Bakersfield Fire Department. Trevor Martinezson is now the operations chief, taking over in my position. Again, a really good friend and somebody that I worked with throughout my 30-year career in the training division. He worked with me out there.
Nice.
When I left the training division, he shortly entered the training division, and actually some of the courses that I've taught throughout my career, I've kind of handed them off to him. So
Beautiful.
He's a really good replacement. And John Frando is our other deputy chief in charge of special services. So those three individuals are really taking the reins of the department, and they'll move it forward. It's a great department, continues to improve day by day, and they're doing a good job.
That's beautiful to hear, because I got a few teammates out there that'll be in the next segments, and some of them are transitioning into different things, moving out of state, and just reflecting on the people you leave behind in place to carry on your message is so important. So now that we've talked about the more important stuff from the professional aspect,
Okay.
let's talk about leisure. So being newly retired, I know there's tons of things. I mean, from a fire perspective, you guys are away from the family, so much. You're living with the guys, right?
Absolutely.
Now let's talk about how beautiful of an experience it's going to be to transition into the retirement life. What's family life like for you?
Family life is fantastic. I have a great supportive wife that actually still working, so I'm trying to figure out how that's gonna
Okay.
move forward.
She's gonna be a little jealous.
She might be, so we'll have to tiptoe around that. But I do have a daughter that just graduated from Cal State Channel Islands, and she's staying down south right
Okay.
now. And I have a son that's pitching up at San Francisco State.
Beautiful.
And this will be his junior year up there. So my hope is to fight the urge to go back to work too quick and enjoy some time around the house, maybe some time on the golf course, watch a little baseball, visit my daughter. And I'm really looking forward to just trying to relax a little bit.
Well, Mr. Hartley, I definitely, appreciate having this opportunity. Definitely, I wish I could have you on here for the full hour. I got a ton more questions, but maybe now that you're retired, I could slide you
Absolutely.
my card and we
Call
can
me
have
back.
lunch or something. And then you can mentor some of the future my caseload
I'd
that
love
want to
to.
be there. Okay.
Love to.
All right. Well, hey, appreciate you, Mr. Tyler, and we're gonna get back right Back after the break, we're going to have Terrence Lewis of Bakersfield Police Department and our kicking coach, Mateo, son of my special teams coach, Mateo Alvarez. We'll be back right after the break.
Renegade fans, mark your calendars for the 2018 BC football homecoming game Saturday, October 27, 6 p.m. against the East LA Huskies. The 1988 National Championship BC football team will be honored at halftime, and after the game, be sure to stick around for a special fireworks show over Memorial Stadium. You're not going to want to miss this one. Buy your tickets now by visiting Valitix.com or by calling 1-888-825-5484. Go Gays!
From the growers and winemakers to the tasting room staff, sales teams, and business owners, wine is an iconic image of California. At Rabobank, we know that viticulture and enology are an important part of the Golden State's business climate. They're industries in which growing businesses require a financial partner who understands the unique challenges they face every day. As one of the world's largest lenders to the wine industry, Rabobank provides local expertise, access to a global financial network, exclusive research, and educational resources. We're committed to nurturing and investing in California's wine network. We are Rabobank, driven to do more for the people and communities we serve.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gades!
It's Three-Way Chevrolet's first all-GM benefit car show. Saturday, October 6th, 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. on the lot at 4501 Weibel Road. All registration fees will benefit the Alliance Against Family Violence and Sexual Assault. Trophies awarded at 3 p.m. for Best Custom Paint, Best Build, and Best in Show. Music, prizes, and barbecue for sale to benefit the Centennial High School football program. Visit Three-Way Chevrolet or our Facebook page for more details and registration. Selection, savings, service, and family fun at Three-Way Chevrolet, your hometown dealership.
Growth starts small, from a seed or an idea or a plan for your future. And with the right tools, the right guidance, things start to happen. At Rabobank, we know about growth because we provide banking for communities grounded in agriculture, helping people like you and communities like ours thrive with the right banking solutions. It's why at Rabobank, we roll up our sleeves to go to work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
Renegade fans, mark your calendars for the 2018 BC football homecoming game Saturday, October 27, 6 p.m. against the East LA Huskies. The 1988 National Championship BC football team will be honored at halftime, and after the game, be sure to stick around for a special fireworks show over Memorial Stadium. You're not going to want to miss this one. Buy your tickets now by visiting Valitix.com or by calling 1-888-825-5484. Go!